So, hey guys, what's going on, and welcome to my complete walkthrough, which is what I do whenever I complete a game. This is called the extras and other stuff video, so this is where I may show you some stuff, or sort of talk about a few issues about the game, maybe. If there aren't any issues, then usually I won't say anything.
What are you waiting for?
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be waiting for is this little gameplay sort of footage that plays at the start.
You need permission
And
to start the game?
this takes usually about 45 seconds. I did sort of time it. So yeah. Also I might show a few other things, such as a little trick I like to do, how I get my voice in sync with the gameplay, which I'll definitely show you that. But of course this is a soft modded Xbox.
Come on,
I have upscaled this to 1080i. Okay, so let's begin this now. So you don't actually get the bonuses in the game. You automatically get 2. Oh yeah, I'll also show you how I sync up my audio, which is a very simple trick. All you say is, when you're on the main menu, is up, down, or you could say left, right, but most of the time you'll say up, down, down. So yeah. And yeah, you don't get any of this from the game. This is, you literally get these straight away. So you got one movie trailer and the making of the game. I'm gonna be quiet for these, of course. So sit back and enjoy these little cinematics.
What are you waiting for?
This is something.
That's fine.
I mean, I can break through walls. I just can't.
That's
Get
fine.
this. Showtime.
No matter how many times you save the world, it always manages to get back in jeopardy again. I feel like the maid. I just cleaned up this mess. Could we keep it clean for 10 minutes?
I'm at the top of my game. I'm right up there with the big dogs. Girls, come on. Leave the saving the world to the men? I don't think so.
Super ladies, they're always trying to tell you their secret identity. Think it'll strengthen the relationship or something like that.
Edna mode. Your suit can stretch as far as you can and still retain its shape. Virtually indestructible and machine washable, darling. That's a new feature.
Honey, where's my super suit?
What?
Where is my super suit?
Do you need to know?
You tell me where my suit is, woman!
Rated T for teen.
This fall, there is only one way to get incredible as THQ brings the Disney Pixar theatrical blockbuster film, The Incredibles, to the Xbox video game system. Based on the adventures of a family of undercover superheroes who are forced into action to save the world, The Incredibles video game delivers non-stop excitement along with state-of-the-art graphics. And now, for the first time ever, we'll take you behind the scenes to meet the talented team responsible for creating the game. Welcome to the making of The Incredibles, the video game.
First and foremost, The Incredibles is an action game. You're playing 5 different player characters, and they're all very different from each other in terms of their movesets, in terms of their combat abilities.
Mr. Incredible is the head of the household. He's a big, strong guy that can pick up objects and hurl them great distances and take out a large number of henchmen in a single blow. You also get to play his wife, Mrs. Incredible, whose ability is to change her shape and stretch enormous distances, like plucking guys out of midair or grabbing a hook that she can use to swing across. They have 2 children, and you get to play either Dash, who's their son, who can run at supersonic speeds and avoid blasts and just run great distances, or their daughter, Violet, whose 2 abilities are to either turn invisible or form a force field around her. So in her levels, you get to use a lot of stealth.
Well, the movie's about an hour and a half long. The game's about 15 hours long. So there's a lot of content that has been added to the game to make sure that it offers a competitive experience. So while we are not telling a different story in any way, shape, or form, there are places in the film where they might spend a little bit of time, and we're spending a lot of time. So for instance, maybe a 30-second scene in the film might be a 13-minute level in the game. So we've been able to take environments, scenes, pieces of cities or jungle environments, and we've been able to flow them out into this full, huge 3D world that is alluded to in the film, but you don't actually get to see all of it. So in the game, you kind of get to see all the behind-the-scenes stuff that might have been on Nomanisand Island or in Municeburg or other locations in the film.
Pixar's been very involved in the process of making sure that we stay true to the spirit of the movie, making sure that we stay close to the storyline. While we're expanding in the game to provide the player, a larger experience, it still very closely follows the storyline of the movie and the same timeline. They've also been providing us concept art and approving our models and our environments as we've been developing them to make sure that we have the same vision for the game as they had for the movie.
They would ask us a lot of questions. What does this look like? Or how should we do this? Or can we drop this to make this other level work? It's like, yeah. So there's a great back and forth. So I would say there was a lot of input both ways.
The process of having the movie being made at the same time as the video game, I think it's challenging in a few ways. That sometimes, the video game can get further along than where we are in the movie. So if we're looking for reference or looking for, how a character might be moving or what the environment might look like, it's a little tough.
The music overall for The Incredibles is kind of a 60s orchestral jazz thing. And the director really wanted that sound, that 60s sound. He wanted everything authentic, real instruments, no synth, nothing that wasn't there at the time.
I enjoyed doing a lot of the retro sounds that we did. I mean, I enjoyed some of the sounds of the 60s and styles we were able to revisit, because it was a definite stylization that both we've been able to do with the game and the film.
The orchestrators that I worked with on the film, they were able to help out and turn the film music into what is going to become the game music. And if you listen to them side by side, you say, well, yeah, that definitely came from The Incredibles. That feels like it's from the world of The Incredibles.
People play games for a lot of different reasons. One of them is because they want to be transported to another world. Well, we're taking you to the Incredibles world, and we're letting you be incredible. Be the Incredibles, if you will. When you look at the quality of the film and the quality of the game and the amount of variety and great graphics, amazing places, a very distinct look and feel and style, it's got everything that you want out of an interactive entertainment title.
Okay, that's it. Also, the times for each thing I go through will be in the description, of course, just like my SpongeBob SquarePants movie game and Destroy All Humans, which that was an hour and a half. I mean, wow, the amount of content that had. I'm not sure how long this one will be. Okay, so next part is showing off, well, what you get for collecting the icons. And also I'm going to show one of the problems this game has with the cinematics. So also it will take us instantly to the game as well, so I'll just cut that out.
Did I ever tell you about the time when once these bad guys had me dead to rights, and so oh, now there I go, monologuing. Sheesh.
Okay, I just wanted to show that. Frozone will always say that whenever you basically press start. I think he'll only say it once, he won't say anything else, but just wanted to show that. Okay, so let's go into gallery. Sorry. Alright, first of all I'm gonna show one of the cutscenes and show how bad out of sync they go. Okay, so this one, this is the worst cutscene, but I just want to show you how much time I took to like try and edit these and fix them. That's why it took me such a long time. So I hope you enjoy how badly they go out of sync. Okay, there you go. Now then, this is the only cutscene that does this. I did have to mess around with a lot of things to fix it. Yeah. For some reason, the audio just cuts out for no reason. I know most people, when they did their walkthrough, I think they just simply cut it out to where he literally just grabs Mr. Incredible. But I wanted to try and show like the whole thing. I'm not sure if this was, if they were supposed to leave this in, but yeah. But it is pretty impressive how the game actually came out before the movie. I think it was like a few weeks before, and I guess it wasn't their problem, because they were trying to ask for stuff and etc, etc. But now, let's go on to the artwork. So, here's another problem I have with this as well, and you'll see in a bit. So, I'll just go through these. Okay, I'm gonna show you how many I'm missing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And literally, I don't know what I've done wrong. You know, I've tried researching this everywhere, and apparently there are only 3 collectibles for each mission. So if you figure that out, 18 times 3, that's I think the full amount is 120. So yeah, I don't know what I've done wrong, whether the rest of them are just like, you need to speedrun the game or something like that, or they just simply forgot to add these ones in, or they just miscounted. I honestly don't know, but it says I 100% the game, so I am a little confused about this. Yeah. So if someone could like tell me. But this game does have Xbox Live, which I actually tried updating it, which it did update. And the funny story is, it sort of messed up my soft modded Xbox. Basically, it didn't reset it. It completely messed it up. And yeah, I don't know what I'm missing and stuff like that, but also there are these question marks in between the gallery and select mission. I don't know how to unlock that either, whether that's through secrets, but the secrets are more like cheats. Oh yeah, and the funny thing is, I found that one of the secrets actually helps you to invert the camera angle, which that would have been nice if they just left that as, you know, a normal feature. Then it would have made it a lot easier for me, because I just like the normal, you know, where you look to the left, you actually look to the left instead of it sort of inverted. But that's a small thing, you know. And I'm sorry if I sound like I'm complaining, which I am, you know, about these small things. But if anybody knows why I'm missing 14 sort of like screenshots or art, and also what the question marks are, please let me know, so I can like figure out how to do it and stuff like that, because there's no information on the internet about it or anything like that. I've tried like figuring it out, that's why it took me a little longer, and I couldn't figure it out. So yeah, damn it. But yeah, that's it for this game. Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
You need permission to start.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I did enjoy this game, I gotta be honest. It is a straight beat 'em up. I did say before that I only enjoyed some of it. I did enjoy figuring out stuff like that. This isn't a hard game, honestly. Once you figured out the patterns and stuff like that, and how to do the controls. Oh yeah, I also forgot to give shoutouts. Ooh, sorry about that. Yeah, but I don't want to play. No, I've already done the missions, god. Yeah, so Jay's one, he's recently done a walkthrough on it. It's incredible. Probably the best walkthrough I've seen on this game, so I recommend you check that out. There will be links to his channel, and also Wishing. She's done many walkthroughs, like loads, but she has been around for about 8 years now. So I recommend you check out those two channels. You know, if you just like seeing classic sort of games as well, then check out Wishing. If you want to see like just a normal walkthrough with no commentary, just somebody showing you how to go through it, I recommend you check out Jay.
What are you waiting for?
That's it for me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. I've had a lot of fun doing this, even though I do sound like that I didn't really enjoy it when I was playing through it, but I did enjoy it. So yeah, I'll see you next time for when I do my next 100% walkthrough. which I'm not gonna tell you yet, but most of you should already know.